welcome to another ASMR video with yours truly. Off the bat, I implore you to like, subscribe and all the jazz. The comments down below, please let me know of anything, any new meditation techniques that you do, any books, fun books you're reading, from short story, horror stuff, to meditation. They're the kind of two main things I'm reading at the moment. But absolutely anything. Just why not message, just have a little chat with a stranger, kind of thing. It's always good fun. I love learning about people and people's worlds. I think it's fascinating. Yeah, and I have a buy me a coffee if you would like to support the channel. Means I can buy more mics, I can buy better cameras, I can have a better background kind of stuff, and just have a better production and bigger and better videos, of course. So let's get into the video. Shinrin-Yoku, that's the video. Shinrin-Yoku is a Japanese type of meditation. It became very popular in the 1980s in Japan, and has very recently spread outside of Japan. And probably actually something that you've done before. So, Shinrin-Yoku translates to, very roughly, to forest bathing. I have a little page here from the National Geographic, which I'll put in the description. And it talks about what it is. And so, I've got a very basic knowledge of it. I haven't researched too much. But it's not too complicated of a thing, because that would be very counterproductive as a meditation technique. And so, what you have to do is you go outside to you find a forest. These are you go into a forest and you just go for a walk. The whole point is that you go for a walk at no particular speed. The whole point is you're meant to be slow and steady. Your phone shouldn't be with you, or at least it shouldn't be on, and in like your backpack, so it's not like it's not easily accessible. These are all very important features. The focus and the reason it came about, and this was in the 80s, is this idea of making sure that you are detached from the electronic and connected world. And you can see why this has, in recent years, become more and more popular as a phenomenon. We've definitely become even more connected by an absolute landslide compared to 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 30 to 40 years ago now. That was at the very start of computer technology, at the start of that very kind of type of office job, and that disconnect from the real world really started to take hold, and we're now fully fledged in it, and it is our lives. So it is more important than ever to do Shinrin-Yoku. And so the premise is that if you go and you clear your head, you do the general meditation, but it's based on absorbing of your senses at once or within this journey in the forest. So you become clear of all thoughts beyond in the future. So nothing about work or what you have to eat next, and no chores or anything. You do not, while you are on this journey, you do not think of anything of that type. You don't think of the past, you don't think of other people. All you do is absorb the present. You don't even think about yourself. You don't think. That is the core of meditation, is unthinking. And so it's based on discovering your sixth sense. This isn't some weird spiritual thing. I know some people will get stirred away from that. It's not a spiritual thing, it's a concept that if you are stimulated in all six of your senses, if you are so present in the moment, you achieve a sixth sense. Okay, I'm going to read this little passage. This is not exercise or hiking or jogging. It is simply being in nature, connecting with it through your senses of sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Shinrin-Yoku is like a bridge. By opening our senses, it bridges the gap between us and the natural world. Never have we been so far from merging with the natural world and so divorced from nature. By 2050, 66% of the world's population is projected to live in cities. According to a study sponsored by the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American spends 93% of their lifetime indoors. But that small amount, just a few hours every few months, just that small amount of time in a day, you dedicate half a day, can have significant mental impact, especially if it's a few times or like on a semi-regular basis. You are to leave all electronic technology behind, from your phone to a camera. You want to make sure that you are completely detached from the busyness of this world. You are to not have an aim. You are to walk aimlessly and just follow your senses. You don't have a footpath, you don't have a destination. You just have a general idea of how long you want to spend there. And don't try and think about that as you go through. Just, you feel when you want to stop. The whole point is gut feelings, not thoughts and organization. Because organization and that timekeeping makes you wired and can stop you from letting loose and letting go. That doesn't mean organization isn't a bad thing, but in this situation it is. The key to unlocking the power of the forest is in the 5 senses. Let nature enter through your ears, your eyes, your nose, mouth, hands and feet. Listen to the birds singing and the breeze rustling through the trees. Look at the different greens of the trees and the sunlight filtering through the branches. Smell the fragrance of the forest and breathe in the natural aromatherapy of cytosides. Taste the freshness of the air as you take deep breaths. Place your hands on a trunk of the tree. Dip your fingers in the toes of a stream. Lie on the ground, drink in the flavor of the forest, and release your sense of joy and calm. This is your sixth sense. This is a state of mind. Now you are completely connected with nature. You have crossed a bridge to natural happiness. And this is the most important and one of the most beautiful things. Before I knew its terminology, this kind of thing, I've done it before. I usually rather like to focus on one sound, one sense. I'm a very big audio guy, as you can probably tell. And I love to sit there with this microphone, my favourite microphone, and I like to just sit there, headphones on, and I guess that is technology, but we'll ignore that. This is before I understood this part, and I will do it at one time, or a few times without technology, because I'm technically still working with a microphone like this. I will sit there, I will close my eyes, and I will just listen. With a microphone like this and your headphones, you are able to boost the audio around you, especially if it's a stereo microphone like this. And you become absorbed by sound, by beautiful birds that you can pinpoint where they are, pinpoint their beauty, the tonality, the pitch, the tempo, just the whole beauty. And then you zoom out slightly and you hear that there's multiple birds dotted around you, some same species, some other species. Can you tell which birds are which? There might be a bird that flies over you. You hear the flutter of their wings. Maybe a bee flies past, the microphone buzzing from one side to the other. The trees are rustling. There's a slight breeze, but the trees are tall. The leaves are taller. Not taller than the trees, but they're tall. They sway and they will swish above you. Just a gentle rustle that doesn't quite irritate you. It's just a swish and a swash. It's a droning sound. Maybe in the very, very far distance you hear a car rumble like a bass line that's just playing one note. You become absorbed in an orchestra of sound, of natural beauty. Maybe there's even a little stream nearby that's just jingling down. Blah, blah, blah. Beautiful, beautiful melody. And everything is working in harmony. It's an ecosystem. The sounds all meld into this beautiful, beautiful symphony. You understand, you hear that ecosystem working away, and you know that that point in time, in that place, specific place, is the most unique sound. Everywhere has a unique sound at its time and its place. It is an artifact of its existence in the universe, and you are just there to witness that moment, to witness such beauty at play, to absorb it, to embrace it, to acknowledge it and appreciate it. Maybe you are alone, the only one to hear all of that. With something like a microphone, you might be able to capture as much as you could of such an experience, so you can replicate it and give it to others, but it won't be exactly the same. A microphone is never perfect at capturing sound like you heard it. You are replicating it into two stereo headphones or into speakers that do not perfectly replicate the acoustics that are around you. Wherever you are, there is beauty in its sound. Frequencies from all across the spectrum, some that you definitely won't be hearing, low and high. But there's beauty in the fact that they are there. That is my experience, and the thing that gets me out there, and the thing I adore more than anything else. I haven't fully tried Shinrin-Yoku, but I hope that I was able to clasp just a touch of that. I mean, I've worked with meditation before, and so maybe I can consider it, but I do use technology in this space, and that doesn't fully detach me. I will have my phone on, it might vibrate. I will have my friends and family with me. The rustle of their coat, it could be triggering, but it could add to the sound. The mixture, just a little accent on a bird's melody. But finding something where you can fully experience 100% nature, the less attachment to the world around you, to the modern world of human existence, planes flying over or cars driving past. But it doesn't make it bad. There's no issue with it happening. You don't have to stress if there is some human element, because that is just the characteristics of the position you are in. And you cannot sometimes help it. what you are hearing, whether you are doing it correct. If you are worrying whether you're doing it correct, you are doing it wrong. That's the point. You can't be worrying, you can't be thinking about it. You just exist in that moment with the rest of these animals. And I pray that you can do some Shinrin-Yoku, forest bathing, to find some peace, and hopefully it can help with your mental health, it can help you relax. It can be a time to just detox and release yourself from the burdens of the human world. I hope you do. I hope you try it, and I hope you achieve. This is by far one of the most important meditation techniques that I do on a less regular basis. Nearly every time I am with my parents now, I visit them. We will go on a walk. I have gotten them into this because, God, is it incredible? Doesn't it help? It's a reason it works so well for me, I think, because I have always been upset by the concept of detaching ourselves from nature, in the sense of seeing us as more than animal, seeing us as better than other creatures, that we are some God-sent, perfect animal creature that just exists, that's not even an animal. It is foul behavior. And I find solace in thinking I am not such a superior being to the cat that I feed, or the rat that walks across the path, or the bird that flies above me, or the insect that eats from the leaf. To humble myself down to such things, but to acknowledge that we are an animal that's in a lucky position to be able to be so aware, and put us in a position to meditate, to understand ourselves, to understand animals, to understand everything that we do understand. It is a gift. And that gift should be used to appreciate the existence that we have, its beauty in all its form. For all the darkness that is out there, there is light. And if all else, you can find that light in the beautiful, beautiful world Mother Nature, the natural world. And what better place to go than a forest where you are surrounded from head to toe in nature. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, join the Discord. You know the drill. Buy me a coffee, whatever, Twitter. Anything. Please share this around. I hope to see you in the next video.